Every day you hear something about the WAKF board. What is really going on? The law was changed last in 2013, and yet for 10 years nothing happened. All of a sudden, everything seems to have broken apart. You started with the Tirutchendurai incident, where a 10th century Shiva temple was claimed as WAKF, and when a farmer tried to sell his property, which is part of this village area, to somebody else, then the registrar said that you have to get permission from the WAKF board. That's when this whole thing started surfacing. What is going on? Why is WAKF Act becoming such a big impediment to India's property rights and ownership of land? Should it go completely? What is the point in amending something that is so draconian that anybody, any land could be arbitrarily claimed by WAKF, and then only WAKF has to, and you don't have recourse to normal courts to prove your ownership? So this is just nonsense. I think the minority in India has got it somewhere, feeling that it thinks that it is very special and that the normal laws don't apply to it. And we are going to see more such incidents before a complete permanent WAKF abolition act is going to be done. This is going to happen. There is just no way the minorities are going to be able to lord it over the majorities in this way, especially when it is a blatant illegal way. Because WAKF is not legal. It is WAKF is WAKF. In its current form, the WAKF cannot really settle anything which is fair and appears to be fair. So somewhere this is going to break. In my opinion, the amendment is just going to try and put a stop, and then afterwards, quietly, this whole thing will be completely banished. I don't know when that is going to happen, because if some things like this don't happen soon, then there will be a lot of uncertainty over India's progress, India's development. Nobody is going to invest in India. I'm giving warning signs. People are not going to just like that, invest in India if such problems keep propping up. Bad enough that the CITU protest was allowed to linger for so many days in the Samsung facility problem in Chennai. So whatever it is, the WAKF stuff is becoming more and more controversial. Every day there's something new coming up. Let's take a quick look at what happened in Karnataka. And I'm going to show you a slide deck that leads up to what happened and where things stand today. Small request to all of you to please like this video. And if you have not already subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel. Here we go. WAKF claims 1,500 acres farmland in Karnataka. Farmers in Honwada village, Vijaypur, allege WAKF board claimed 1,500 acres of ancestral lands as WAKF property. Farmers in Vijaypura district, Karnataka filed a petition with District Minister 𝗣𝗚𝗏 over WAKF board land notices. Notices claim that over 1,500 acres of Honwada village, Tikota Taluk, belong to the WAKF board as 𝗤𝙤𝙀𝗆𝑖𝑛𝑑I Dargah property. Farmers argue officials are wrongly attempting to designate their ancestral lands as religious property. The Tehsildar's notices reportedly cite old government records to justify the WAKF resignation, escalating tensions. Minister for Housing, WAKF and Minority Welfare Department, Jamir Ahmed Khan, met with WAKF officers to address alleged encroachment on WAKF lands, leading to controversial eviction notices. Honwada farmers claim that the notices wrongly designate their ancestral land as belonging to 𝗤𝙤𝙀𝗆𝑖𝑛𝑑I Dargah, which no longer exists. The Vice President of Honwada Gram Panchayat, Sunil Tudigal, stated that 41 farmers received notices to provide land records and vowed to protest if the notices weren't withdrawn. WAKF board official Tabassum noted the notices follow a 1974 gazette, but assured no action would be taken if farmers have valid records. Rising tensions led farmers to warn of a large-scale protest to protect their lands, rights and livelihood. You know, farmers of Karnataka, how much money did you take before voting for Congress? Do you think this would have happened under BJP rule? You have to think. You have to really think. Don't get upset and vote with your heart. Never vote with your heart. Vote with your head. Think what is good for you, for the future of your children and grandchildren. This is just not on. District in charge Minister 𝗣𝗵 𝗫𝗫𝗫 addressed concerns misclassified lands would be reviewed and corrected, urging calm among farmers. They know what they are doing, okay? It's not like they don't know. They are trying to see how far they can push this thing. Farmers remain anxious about potential land loss despite assurances and continue to seek resolution. The situation has led to heightened tensions over land rights and government policies on WAKF property management. There has been a political backlash. BJP officials accuse the Congress-led Karnataka government of supporting WAKF board actions that allegedly threaten farmers' land rights. BJP says the WAKF board attempts to seize farmers' land represents appeasement politics under Congress rule. BJP MP 𝗤𝙬𝙤 𝗢𝘂𝘀𝘀 criticized the WAKF board's actions, claiming over 1,500 acres of farmers' ancestral land is being threatened by unchecked powers granted in past Congress governments. 𝗢𝘀𝘀 emphasized that the WAKF board's authority under Section 54 allows rapid designation of land as WAKF property, raising concern among landowner rights. He highlighted PM Modi's NDA government's commitment to reforming the WAKF Act by the 2024 WAKF Amendment Bill with planned systemic changes to prevent similar incidents. BJP pledged to raise such cases in the Joint Parliamentary Committee and fight for farmers in the High Court to ensure that their lands are preserved. The dispute over WAKF property has sparked renewed calls for transparency in WAKF management and fairness towards landowner rights. Critics urge the government to conduct land surveys and record changes accurately, safeguarding legitimate landowners' rights. The much needed reform in the WAKF Amendment Bill represents a progressive step forward, expected to enhance the effectiveness, transparency, and accountability in the management of WAKF properties. All this sounds great, but what is the situation on the ground? Why is it that suddenly even some farcical claims are being made on various properties? WAKF should be scrapped completely. Look, I have property in India. I have an OCA card and I have property in India. I'm very concerned that these kinds of shenanigans keep continuing. I would think twice before investing again. God knows who will come and claim on what I have. So these are all problems. If any one of us sanely think about what is going to happen, all of us would come to the conclusion that these kind of shadow, hidden, nonsensical rights don't make sense. In fact, there is also one other problem in some of the places such as Nizam-ruled territory, where multiple brothers, sisters, cousins, you know what I'm talking about, are all claiming the same land, and those lawsuits just go unresolved forever. The guy who has the might tends to just go and sit there and not let anybody else do anything. So this is a joke, in my opinion, and it needs to go. And they are trying to drag it out as much as possible. Again, the same thing, Musalman khatre mein hai, Islam khatre mein hai, that Islam is in danger. This kind of nonsense is going to continue until the act is passed. And then when they start implementing it, it's going to be even more mayhem. What is needed is a fair and strict implementation of the law. By the way, Uniform Civil Code, whether that will completely render WAKF useless, I don't know. By way of comments, please express whether this is something that you would like us to examine in the future with an expert. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.